resources for you folks that literally could cost you nothing. So if we were to, like next, probably spring when the installers aren't super busy, we could host a class. They could come and learn how to do that, and it's a win-win-win, you know.
Well, the only way it loses is if they don't necessarily look at the test results. If they say, yeah, it looks good to me.
Yeah, so there's certain documentation that they have to do.
Yeah.
They have to take a picture of it, first of all, with the grade stick in it, so we know the depth. They have to,
Oh, okay.
you know.
So you guys can see, yeah, they
Yeah.
perform the test and
Yeah.
it looks like a reasonable result.
Yeah, so there's really no fudging it, but also if they do, the onus is on them, right? So it
They
takes,
could lose their license and all that.
well, it takes the county out of the liability for
Yeah.
that part of it. So that's also a win. It costs you less, it gives you less responsibility, and it saves us time, and it saves the taxpayer, you know, saves the homeowner a lot of money. So that's something that we are trying to encourage in each of the counties. So, and it's been effective, very effective in at least 3 of them so far, so.
Good.
All right, well,
I guess you didn't think you'd have so much feedback and discussion, did you just?
you know, I just kinda walked in on a cold call, so
Well, it's got this, goes to the need, we really need, these are good, these are important things.
Cool, all right, well, and Mike's your representative on the Central Montana Health District Board, so if you have any questions, or I'll bring some more cards in, but if there's anything you need, let us know. We're happy to be here. Yeah. It's working out great so far for us, at least. It's a nice
Making it
little-
work.
Well, I mean, I don't need things to do, but,
You don't.
you know,
High demand.
yeah. All right,
I appreciate you coming in.
you bet. All right, take care.
You'll be
Yeah.
sending it out to
I'm
you.
sure we'll be
Here,
talking.
I have pretty little business cards downstairs I didn't bring up with me, but
Okay.
give me a call, send me an email whenever you need something.
Awesome, thanks so much. You as well, and then these folks have a stack of them, yeah. Take care,
All
folks.
right, take care.
Good to see you.
All done?
All done. You guys good?
I think so.
Okay.
We're good.
Sorry you got beat up by the coal board.
Yeah. Actually, it was real eye opening.
It's,
What'd I miss?
workable.
Be polite.
We went and talked to
Thank you.
Signal Peak Community Foundation at their last board meeting and asked for them to support us in the coal run. And they did not have a lot of good things to say.
We were scolded
Yeah.
by people who had not an ounce of fact, behind them when they did. 0. And we reminded them of that, and then it turned emotional.
It was eye opener though, honestly it was, and I think that we owed it to them to at least request their
Exactly.
support, and lay out our position.
Yeah.
They rejected it right out, and that's now on record. So,
Yeah.
All right. Guess that's it.
That's it.
We'll see y'all later.
All right.
keep
What?
Roundup safe.
Come here, come here, come here.
So how's it going with you? You keeping busy?
Well, I gotta-
This is good, you're coming to these things. I think it continues to get you more plugged in, and this is excellent. I've seen you at a lot of events.
Social as many as I can.
Yeah.
See, formula. I learn a lot about a lot of different things around here, so.
So far, you're still gonna run
You haven't
I
been,
think you need to
it?
start
Never been discouraged yet?
putting something in the paper or something.
It's coming.
Let people know your name.
It's
you know.
coming. It's
Okay.
coming.
Okay,
It's a coming.
I know you do have till, but the more,
No, it's coming.
it's
I got
good.
everything it's right there. It's all, it's the
Isn't it
social
just-
media stuff that really takes a lot.
Oh, yeah,
And
but it gets to a lot.
the challenge is the election. I mean, is getting the information out there.
yeah,
Because you got quite pool of people running against you that reach each other.
You're a Montana boy. You're a local Montana boy. You've actually done investigations and we're in charge of them. And that's, all of those, all three of those are something that none of the other candidates actually.
Your credentials
What
are
if,
way up there.
what I got that has impressed me is, I'm running as a Republican, but I've got several endorsements from Democrats, prominent Democrats out of Yellowstone County that I work with, said, anything you need, let us know and we'll give it to you because we support you all the way for something like that.
How long were you in Yellowstone County?
I was down there for 30 years as a police officer.
30 years.
Just 30?
Well, Yellowstone County all my life. I worked in Yellowstone County for 30 years. I've lived here in Yellowstone County, Richland County, so I was a deputy sheriff up there, and now Musselman County. So, yes. But I've had friends and family in Musselman County for almost 30 years too, which I spent a vast amount of time up here with them. So,
Well, all I know is when he gave his resume, I came to the conclusion, I don't want this in the league.
Bring her.
You worked with John Bedford.
Okay.
I've worked with John for a long time. Where's he at now? I haven't seen from him in
He's in
years.
Shepherd.
I know he lives in Shepherd, but I don't know what he's doing.
Who's that?
John Bedford?
I've been beating hair over
He
there.
has a hard time, I think he has a hard time with his.
Yeah, he said he did. He was retired captain for the Billings Police Department.
Oh, okay.
His family has a ranch up here,
Oh, okay.
and so,
Yeah, you've met his dad, he comes in here.
Henry
Henry
Bedford.
Bedford.
Oh, yeah.
very nice people. But
Henry's a good fellow. I mean, I get along with him, but he can be difficult.
He's one of my favorite people. I
He
just love
seems to
it.
be informed, he has an opinion.
good people.
Well, is Justin in his group?
Darren's
There's
here.
somebody out there. Darren.
I'm telling you, that Darren is strong. He's another one you wanna be careful. You don't-
One.
He almost single-handedly pulled
What's
that
that?
thing out of that.
Get him on your force.
Yeah. We had like a 600-pound cabinet get out of his truck, and we could not move it. It was like, geez, more about that. Darren, how did you? It's like, oh my God. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to be careful.
Get out of
You
his
get
way.
2 gold stars
That's right.
instead of just one.
I said, Darren, I take back everything I said about you.
He could have carried it on his back.
Yeah.
Right, that's me. Supposedly, see, I run him out of the counter.
Normally, we're just spilling over with stuff. This is kind of nice, just to.
Nobody's reported that.
Really is for me. I can get some stuff done on a Friday.
Supposedly,
It's just testimony to how efficient we are in dealing with these issues.
leaving for Missouri. Or leaving Muscle Show
That wasp disappeared because
I think it
I
fell
had
down
to.
there, never came back up.
No,
You got him scared.
It's
he
hiding.
shouldn't be scared of me with this thing. I truly could not hit the broadside of the barn if I was inside of it.
This time of year, they're sluggish, so you can actually hit them.
Yeah. And they're coming in, I don't know where they're coming in here, but they're coming in through our air conditioners over there. One day she killed like 11.
I have found that wasps, it's best to be friends with wasps.
Man.
How do you do that?
Yeah, shake their hand or something.
You just
Introduce
leave it
yourself.
alone.
Introduce yourself and shake their
Quietly.
hand.
I mean, I try to leave them alone, but when they're in my space, I'm allergic, so I'm gonna act first if they're too close.
Are you allergic? Yeah, that's a different deal. Do you have like an EpiPen or anything?
Wow.
That scares the hell out of me. And they say that, you know, you might get stung and then you don't know it, but now you got a problem. I mean, it didn't do anything, but now the next time you get stung, it might be worse.
Well,
Right.
I've never had anaphylactic shock, but it's always the risk of it. I guess
Yeah.
with everyone it goes a little higher, so I have to keep dishing out each year for the new EpiPens.
Well, that's good to have.
I have a friend that they grew up on a farm, so they'd been stung multiple times. And her brother was almost in his 60s and was cleaning his pool one day. And she happened to be driving by and saw him laying down. So she got up and ran over, and he said, "I've been stung by a bee and I'm dying," and died
Oh my God.
Wow.
Where was this at?
in Ohio.
I've been stung by wasps, yellow jackets, but the bee sting was the only one that really burned. I had a bee crawl on my shirt and this. But I'm like, that is the weirdest thing, and then it burned. It was,
Then it itches forever too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Itch.
The only satisfaction I had is I think when bees sting you, they die.
Yeah, wasp will hit you a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those yellow jackets will run you down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and I got stung by them once. I was in the dark and I picked up a wheelbarrow, and I got stung on the temple and on the bone of the elbow, and I thought I got electrical shock, and I went, oh, how in the hell is this wheelbarrow? And then I looked around and they were all over me, you know, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
I'm slightly allergic. But I'm scared to death that now that I'm older, that something might happen. But I was wiping off a counter with a dead bee, and it got me right in the palm of my hand, and I started swelling, but it was dead. So,
Still, it sucks. I've got some for our windows downstairs because it was so cold. I got some of that foam tape stuff. If you want to put it around your AC.
well, they usually come and do this,
Yeah.
so I don't think they've done it to these ones yet.
See, what's gonna happen is that wasp is gonna sting whoever tries to kill it. And then you'll remember me saying it's best to be there for you.
Hey, Sean.
wasp in here?
Yeah, somewhere.
Hiding over here.
Yeah.
It's hiding right now.
Sean didn't try to shoot it?
So,
We talked about it last week. He saw one out there and he's gonna shoot it.
we're talking about how strong you are, Darren.
Yeah, I'm not really. I
What?
don't really know how I moved it.
I don't know, listen, I've sort of treated him with the level of respect I hadn't in the past.
What'd you move?
Oh, big giant.
File cabinet thing.
Oh.
It's down
I
in
I couldn't
Full
budge it.
of
It was
Darren
like
got
stuck in the back of Nick's truck
I'm like,
and she
holy
ate it.
crap.
It's the one that's down in the hallway down there.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Boom.
So we said, you know, maybe you are useful for something.
I never thought it was for physical labor, trust me.
And actually, according to Bonnie, you should get 2 gold stars for that.
Yeah, 2 gold stars.
Ooh, okay.
But we denied it.
Is there like an appeal process?
It's actually a pay cut, but we discussed it. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I realized that was not professional.
No. When have we ever been for?
I saw you guys in the demo of the horse,
Yeah,
Yep.
where'd the horse go off to?
It's in secured storage at an undetermined location so that nobody can mess with it.
I'm gonna write that down, secure location.
Invasion protection.
Exactly, because there was a lot of people on that horse.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so got that horse taken off, got it taken up to, it's actually up in cold storage. I'm gonna talk with Billy, her son does fiberglass repair. So there's a couple of holes that it looks like they were from the hailstorm.
Oh, not from the moving.
Not from the moving, nope. Nope, so we'll see if we can get him up here to do a repair and then it's should be ready, so when we're done with demoing that and we go to put it up, or wherever we put it up at, it'll be ready to rock and roll.
Well, that's excellent. There's a lot of people there watching that.
Yeah,
God, yes. No.
Do they think they might be able to start on the demolition?
The demo guy
We're waiting on Tetra Tech still
Yep.
for when we had the asbestos tested or whatever to see.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
got
You know, they
released,
should
yeah.
be able to expedite that.
Right? I asked him when we first did it how long it would take, and he said, once we go in and do it, we send it off, it takes 10 days. Well,
Okay,
That's been 10
Word.
It's been 10 days.
yeah, I think
So-
it's just a follow-up.
Well, that's the problem, it's not funding,
Nope.
waiting for money.
Oh, no.
Okay,
I think just the communication, because they were outstanding on the wheel building. I mean, they tested.
Yeah.
yeah, they were quick.
So, and we got some contacts at Rogers, the guys.
That's the one I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Yep, so, got the sign taken down, let's see here, what else on that? That's about the main thing that,
Yeah.
we're moving on that for this week.
Now with the air conditioners.
Once they start the demo, that's
They'll
part of
take
the
them
bid,
off.
they'll take them off for us, and then, where do we want to store those? I guess that was one thing I totally.
Good question.
Well, I was just assuming they might set them aside right there on the site, but the sheriff wants them, right? Or who's
Well, he wants
getting,
No,
He
no, the
wants
air,
the cooler.
yeah,
who's getting the air con, or that's just for,
that's just
that
stuff that,
doesn't
we're-
have a plan.
that doesn't have a plan, but
Throw it
they're,
on the roof here if you want.
they're just
Yeah.
kind of new
There you go.
units that we figured we should probably maybe retain, cause
Is there room in cold storage in that yard, or?
possibly, we could put them on the cement slab, if
What
that's
about
where.
the sheriff? His, impound place? Does he hire him?
Yeah, we could put them down there too.
Well, and that's where we're gonna probably put the
Walking
Cool.
through the-
walk-in cooler
Oh, yeah.
is there, so. Till they ever get their building that they're gonna do, so.
Well, maybe that you're right, since there's no use plan for them, we need to store them in a way that they're gonna be, might even have to be crated and covered, or, I don't know.
I don't know if we have to crate them, but we'll definitely cover them.
Okay,
Well, they're used to being out in the weather.
Yep.
well, that's
Yeah,
true,
exactly.
but they're working, I don't know.
Yeah, we can see if
Maybe
we
you're
got
right.
room over there and we can put tarps over them or something.
Yep.
Just for the winter.
And maybe Mike's right, they don't need to be covered,
Not really, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
but it's the air conditioning unit and the compression, and the condensers or
Yep,
whatever.
they're all,
yep, they're all in
it's
a
all
self-contained.
self-contained.
How many tons of cooler there might
But yeah.
Have to weigh it.
be? At the very least, at someday they might get auctioned off or something,
Possibly.
but they're worth something,
Yep,
you know?
yep. Is there anything else on Swift Current? EMPG, Genevieve from the state contacted us. She misspoke, when she sent, or mistyped. So we're not getting 12,000, we're getting 17,000.
Oh.
That's a good mistake.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you
Half a
get the
star.
stars
Half a
up,
star.
there we go.
Did you argue with them?
it's at least worth an eighth of a star.
There we go.
We'll take it.
So we had to open up the grant and go in and remodify the budget to reflect that number. So got that submitted, so whenever the federal government opens back up, they'll release the funds and we'll be good to go.
That reminds me, we have to spend the ARPA money by
Yep.
December 31st. Can we move it?
Probably not, well,
I
again,
mean, the problem is it's committed to the stuff down at the fairground, but whether they'll be done by then,
yep,
I don't know.
so,
Well, I
yeah,
have to do something.
I was about to say do a prepay on that for those funds. And then do we have any other ARPA funds?
Well, we got a little CARES Act
We
money.
got a little CARES Act. So,
But the CARES Act, I think we were able to designate them as general,
general fund
Reimbursement or
replacement,
whatever.
yes.
so
Yep.
they didn't have any,
Well, I've been talking with Tim down there in Millstone.
okay?
Is there a possibility that we can do kind of an interdepartment loan with the main county? Use some of those funds to pay for the concrete since they didn't get it through the Signal Peak grant.
Let's
And-
look at that,
Okay,
because it's gotta be spent,
yep,
and I don't think there's, there's like 60-some grand there. We're not gonna spend 60 grand down at the fairground, but they're gonna finish the electrical and put in some gravel and some railroad ties to protect the stations there.
Yep.
There may be something left over, so if we put a pencil to it,
Okay.
we, you know, and if, I like kind of a long idea, but it's gotta be pulled out.
Yep.
Do you know how much the concrete would be?
I think the concrete is gonna be, with everything, we're looking at about 70.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those, even if we get a partial, you know, that we can get it taken care of now, then over however we.
Well, you got capital money too.
We do. We got capital money that we can utilize. We were also looking at, you know, with doing the interdepartment loan, if we set it up over like 5 years, then we can at least repay back and then not take such a huge hit. There's a lot
Let's
of.
talk about
there's
it,
ways to
because
do it.
that could maybe be a way to help. And then, like I say, we still have a little CARES Act money too, but I don't think that's under the same.
No,
the
no,
same-
it's
We've been
not.
really good about not burning all of that
Yep.
money up, so.
We also need to remember, and put this on your board or something, about the archives for those,
What do you think that's gonna cost
Permit.
us, 10, 12 grand?
probably, to get all that stuff digitized
Oh, yeah.
down there.
Oh,
The sanitary archive?
Yeah,
I'll do it for 8,000.
there we go.
Be a good price.
All right,
okay.
Perfect.
I just don't want that being
or we can just
forgot.
choose not to. Not to archive them.
We can.
We haven't had any need for them yet, have we?
We can,
I was looking through them just the other day, trying to find one. It wasn't in
there
there.
one right over
I knew
there
that wouldn't be
in
popular.
the corner. Office, you know.
And actually, speaking of talking about the contracting services, rolls into July. So we have a meeting with Joe Rhodes and Bob Cochran from the state. So they'll be giving us the cost of what it's gonna be for Joe to do those data transfers that we've been talking about,
Okay.
cleaning up the data. Bob's already been working on getting all the data cleaned up for integration into the enhanced 911 and the state's requirements. So, and that portion of it's free because it's a state library, and then we'll know exactly what it's gonna cost for
Okay.
Joe. So,
Did we budget for any of that this year?
we didn't budget for it, but we also have some vacancy savings because since we're not paying Glenn for 3 months, and
Okay,
so we'll have some funds.
I like that term, vacancy savings.
Yep.
You thought about that.
I did. You know, they actually told us when we go to like our incident management teams, you know, because I take unpaid leave for that. So that's vacancy savings when I go and deployed, so. Yeah, that's how they said
You're
to
gonna be tough,
present it to your
you're gonna be tough
commissioners.
to deal with here. You're already on it. You're getting too
It'll
smart.
get worse.
We see through that verbiage.
Ah, yeah.
Notice we picked up on it.
You know, remember the acronym name, the TDS is what that is, so.
Well, vacancy savings was a flag to me that we over appropriated.
Good point.
That's for that.
You should have
4%
no vacancy
so.
All right, anyway.
See, this is why I love coming out here. Let's see here. Oh, yes. We also did, we had a company called Barron Weather, get a hold of us, and we're demoing out a weather program that they have that's designed for emergency managers and fire chiefs.
Is it a software program?
Nope, it's a software program. It's $1,200 a year for access to it. We're looking at it for the fire weather aspect and the smoke aspect, but also when we're doing like the ride events and that, it's a more accurate representation. They take all the national weather data, clean it up so that we're not getting like false activations, things like that, so it's more consistent. And then she also used some of our weather in the past because there's a historical database. And it pulled up and showed what they predicted versus what actually happened, and it was about a 95% accuracy.
So so that would be the justification?
Yep.
So that you can pre-plan and
Yep.
get prepared and.
Pre-plan, prepare, and then when we're in an actual incident, it has point data queries that we can, so if we're, say in the Bull Hills by the mine, Darren can geofence it, and it will give alerts and that based on incoming weather, so that it automatically sets up those alerts, so it'll send you a text message to me and the fire guys, be like, hey, in 30 minutes, you're gonna get this amount of wind from this direction. Or you have a thunderstorm coming in at this time, and it automates all that so that it doesn't have to be dispatch, it doesn't have to be Darren looking at the screen 24/7 when we're out there. It'll automatically do all that for us.
It can predict where flash flooding can happen.
Yep.
That kind of thing.
Gosh.
Yeah, so we set up the parameters upstream that say, we know if this drainage gets an inch and a half of rain in a storm, that we're gonna have an issue down here, that we set it up and it'll automatically do those alerts for us. Basically, it's a one-stop instead of having to go to 5 different weather sites and different, river gauge sites, so.
How'd you hear about this?
They just cold called us. Um,
Well, this is part of you guys kind of being progressive and on the edge of the technology, which is you're gonna need to be.
Yep. And the really cool thing too, that when I was reading in the contract, every month, part of the fee is we can send out up to 10,000 text messages. And that's already included, so we could set it up so that, everybody in the county can get these alerts, all the firefighters, commissioners, anybody that needs it, we can set up to it, and it'll automatically send those alerts.
Probably all your LEPC.
Yep, all our LAPC people,
Even the road.
yep, and the road department would help quite a bit with the moisture and that, so they know what,
Leave the farmers out of that either.
you know.
I was gonna mention that you might wanna get a hold of Debbie Adolph. Talk to her,
Yeah.
because she's got a similar concern and question about how they monitor the weather in this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, she came in and was kind of critical of how the information was accurate.
Yep. And it's only as good as the data that we're given. And this at least, because again, there's been some times when we've sent out alerts and nothing's materialized. And other days, we don't send out an alert and it's like, oh, today's the day we should have had an alert. This takes all that in. Yeah, they're a pretty good company, and then I did a little more kind of backdoor research on them, and there's a lot of places back east that use them, EM departments, so. Well, we're trying it out. We got 2 weeks where we tried this one. It's called Barren Threat. That's going to be their legacy program. That's the one they've had for 15 years. And then their new one is Barren Intelligence,
Something like that.
and that's going to be the new one that's geared more towards like fire, weather updates. I mean, it still has all the legacy features, but it has the addition of like all the fire weather dashboards. So we'll try it out, and for the threat, we priced it out for 3 license. So it'd be me, Darren, and then probably either sheriff's department or head of dispatch will have access to those ones.
Okay.
Each one of our license allows us to log into 2 different stations. So technically, we could have 6 people, 3 with the same login, but 6 people could have access to it. And then and that was, if we did a 5-year contract, it reduced the price to like $2,000 a year. If we did year to year, it's $2,400. Then the new updated one, we did 10 license quote. So each of the fire chiefs would have a login, Darren and I, dispatch, and the sheriff. And that's like $4,200 for a single year, and then it was 3,800 for a 5-year.
Well, you know, how do I wanna put this? You've been really, really good about ferreting out the value